for finding the time and attending today's Providers Town Hall. I feel privileged. Good morning, everybody. Once again, everybody can hear me?
Yes, please continue, and over to you, the host.
I would like to once again thank each one of you for finding the time and attending today's Providers Town Hall. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here. I am Dr. Ana Siddiqui, your host for today's session. As we all are very well aware that AFIA as a TPA has been the leader of the health insurance industry for the past glorious 8 years and will continue to command this industry in the future as well. Now I would like to invite Mr. Ali Zaidi, General Manager AFIA, to take us through the AFIA's journey of excellent leadership and splendid services. Welcome, Mr. Zaidi.
Thank you, Dr. Anna. Good morning, Sabah al Khair, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste to all the fellow colleagues, participants. I take this wonderful opportunity on behalf of AFIA team to thank you for taking part in today's webinar. I am flattered to be in the presence with the best of the healthcare professionals from the provider fraternity this morning. It is a fact that you are the champions and influencers of our industry. And while I was seeing the list of attendees, I was smiling because the score of joining the attendees in this webinar was faster than Ricky Ponting or Sachin Tendulkar or Virendra Sehwag. We got 100 of attendees sharp at 10 o'clock. So thank you once again for that. Our intention for today is to open the dialogue around the abundance of opportunities in transforming health insurance industry, which all the stakeholders present in this webinar plays a very significant part. It has been 6 years since AFIA has been offering its support to the industry through innovative solutions and industry-related events. We have been fortunate to position ourselves among the top 5 TPAs in the UAE and have raised the bar in uniting the industry to enable collaborations and successes. Although a young company, our pursuit of excellence has been recognized at multiple regional and international forums. We have been awarded with more than 18 times in last 6 years, which speaks about a credential and commitment towards the industry. Dr. Anna, can you play the slide? I would also like to share with great pride that we have serviced more than 1 million lives, administered 1.2 billion of premium, serviced 745 million value worth of claims, partnered with 15 insurance companies, and have the expertise and knowledge to take care of 100 nationalities. There are 3 things which I want that you should know about AFIA, because these are very, very vital. Number 1, we are a young, dynamic, and a very ambitious company. Second, our focus is on sustainable growth through innovation and creativity. And third, which is very important, we believe that feedback is the breakfast of champions. And we have opened all channels of communication to take feedbacks from provider, from customer, from insurance company, from reinsurers, which help us in improving at all levels. AFIA's plan of growth and expansion are inspired by the UAE's vision for 2021 of being one of the best countries in the world. The vision launched by the Vice President and Prime Minister, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, includes world-class healthcare on its agenda. We aim to be a key player in the achievement of this grand vision, and hence we have created a new service vertical, the Hub, to offer a unique experience to our clients. I am thrilled to share with all of you that we will be offering innovative services, partnering with insurance companies, as well as with healthcare providers that will wow and delight our customers by keeping them close. Throughout our 6 years of existence, we have learned to think outside the box and anticipate the customer needs. Once again, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart in taking out time and being part in today's webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zedi, for sharing Afia's extraordinary success stories with us. Afia is well known to usher new waves of innovation in the business world, and The Hub has been our most victorious venture. In 2017, Afia had proudly launched The Hub, the most exclusive service for our premium members. And in a very short span of time, it became a huge success. Now I would like to humbly request all of you to take a moment and relish The Hub's remarkable journey with us. As we all can see, The Hub has always been the front runner and a top pick for everyone. And Afia has already witnessed triumph with The Hub. So now we are confident to provide flawless The Hub services in Abu Dhabi as well. I would like to now invite Mr. Andrew Nelson, Managing Director of Blue Ocean Strategy Australia and one of our advisory board members, to speak a few words about The Hub. Welcome, Mr. Nelson.
Thank you, Dr. Anna, and welcome everyone. As Anna said, my name's Andrew Nelson. I'm speaking to you from Melbourne in Australia because, of course, we're all now become experts in global video technology. So it's good for me to be here and see the whole team here. Mr. Ali, I'll let Ricky Ponting know that you said hello. I want to take a moment, first of all, just to say that I know how excited and enthusiastic that the whole AFIA team is for bringing Dahab into Abu Dhabi. It particularly fits well with our strategy of continuing to build our services and our reputation. So I want to thank everybody for being here and being part of this. As Dr. Anna said, I'm a part of the AFIA's strategy advisory board, and you might not even know that exists, but we help leaders like Mr. Ali, Mr. Joseph, etc., to search for the best services, the best features and benefits that we can bring to the customer service. And we do this to incorporate the best learnings into our services to be attractive not just to the customers, but also to our partners. So I appreciate you being here, and I hope you'll come along with us for this journey. So Dahab grew out of this process of innovation, of continually searching for excellence and innovation. And we think it's important for three key reasons, and I'll explain this a little bit more, but the three key reasons we think it's great for business, it's fabulous for our reputations, and it's great for healthcare. If you think this through, it's not just for AFIA, but also for the customers and for you as our partners. For our premium customers in particular, Dahab offers the gold service standard. And we know from our experience in Dubai, but also everywhere else around the world, we know that the premium customers appreciate this high level of service. I know people like Dr. Bibu, who I know most of you know, or all of you know, he understands this perfectly well, that for our premium customers, they want premium service. And so Dahab gives us that opportunity to work with you to make sure that we reward our partners for their part that they play in providing that premium service to the premium customers. So from our brand perspective, this is very important, and it should be for yours too, I imagine, because we want AFIA's reputation to be built on the highest quality service with the premium customers. And that includes all of the traditional and allied health services, but also wellness and preventative services where that's all appropriate. And I'm sure most of you have got the same desire to have a fabulous legacy that you leave in your time in the health industry. So we are aligned in that way. We see that AFIA is in this perfect position with our medical partners to be able to look at the crossroads between health and financial services and medical professional services and focus on that excellence for those high level end customers. And together we each play a vital role in making sure that we align our actions and behaviours, and that's what today is about, to help you understand how we see each other's roles and how we align our actions and behaviours to provide that high level of service. And it creates a virtuous circle, a virtuous cycle, if you like, where we're all playing our part, and it becomes hopefully a good viral effect, not a bad viral effect. We also know that the best health outcomes arise when we are working together. So if we're all sending the same messages about the benefits of high quality healthcare services, the promoting self-care and wellness, coordinating our activities, then we know that has the biggest positive impact on healthcare outcomes. So it's good for business, it's good for our reputations, and it's good for healthcare outcomes. But all this does take effort. It requires education and some encouragement, investment in time, even incentives and inspiration and training like today. So I hope you agree with us that Dahab presents a fabulous opportunity for us to service our premium customers together and bring this into Abu Dhabi. So I'll just wrap up there. I think I've taken up enough of your time. I want to thank you all for being part of this, and I hope you'll come along with us on this journey. And I'll hand over to the experts now, who will go through each of the important areas of Dahab to explain how we work together to make it a reality. Thanks, Dr. Anna.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nelson. Now, just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them in the Q&A box. We will be answering them at the end of the session. Now the grand moment has arrived. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and allow us to introduce Dahab, 2.0, Reigniting in Abu Dhabi. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the Hub.
We all can see this question on our screens. Why you? So to answer this question for all of us and to move ahead with this session, I would like to invite Mr. Joseph, Branch Head Abu Dhabi. Over to you, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you, Dr. Anna. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sabah al-khair, assalamu alaikum. My name is Joseph Asar, and currently I'm managing Abu Dhabi branch. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for joining this webinar. And once again, I want to thank you for your support to Afia, because I believe without this support, Afia would not have been successful in the market, and Afia would not have been ranked as a preferred TPA for the basic and basic enhanced product in Abu Dhabi. We have been working together for the last 4 years in Abu Dhabi, and we succeeded together to provide our customer or our members with supreme services. And this is related to our effort that we put together, and it was reflected in the market to having the biggest share of basic and basic enhanced product. In order to continue with this success story, to do a step forward in serving our client, to scale up, we thought of bringing to the market a new service, a new high-end service, a new concept that make a difference, that make an impact on Abu Dhabi market. So we come up with a service called the Hub, which offer high-end services to our premium customer and members and give more benefit to the providers, of course. Before introducing our service, the Hub, I just want to stop at a question that may cross your mind. How the provider will benefit from this service. Definitely, the provider will benefit from the service on more than one level. But here I will highlight 4 essential points. As you know, we are currently, first point, as you know, we are currently serving in Abu Dhabi the basic and basic enhanced product. Means limited number of benefits, limited number of hospital. Where in the Hub there will be high-end benefits, a lot of benefits are added and or will be added under this product. And thus, and definitely the provider will benefit from this new benefit and this benefit that are not available in the basic and basic enhanced product. Second point, we are targeting 20,000 members for the first year, and believe me, we will achieve this. And I will assure you that we will achieve this. Why is that? We put a strategy, a good strategy. We were working for this for more than 6-7 months. And I can tell you, when we started in Abu Dhabi 4 years ago, and we assure everybody and we assure the provider and everybody in the market that we'll have a biggest share in the market in terms of basic and basic enhanced since we started with this. And now we can see and we can realize that Afia had the biggest share in the market in terms of basic and basic enhanced members. Third point, under the basic, we are currently, as you know, under the basic, we are currently using 2 networks only, where in the Hub we will be 4 networks, means unlimited number of hospital and facilities, mean A-class facilities, and definitely the provider will benefit from this service. Why is that? We all know the prices and everything is different from the basic and the high-end product. Fourth point, new idea and campaigns will be implemented to the hub service. That will attract new members to your facilities. New idea are there, campaign are in place, and already done, and all the work is done and will be executed once the product will start. Now let me introduce you to Dahab. As you can see, the word Dahab is Arabic name, which means gold in English. Why we choose this name? Because we promise to deliver our services of gold standard. This is the minimum that we should deliver to our client. Dahab is an exclusive service aiming to provide our premium member with supreme experience. We promise to offer not just healthcare facilities, but a journey of healthy lifestyle. Means the card will be used not only when the member is sick. This is a new idea that we came up with, a new idea to the market. The member will not use the card when he's sick, but it can be used when the member is healthy. How is that? You will ask me. How is that? It's a medical card. It's not a. We will not use the card when you are in good health. Like I told you, that there's a new idea will be implemented under this Dahab feature that allow the member to use the card when it's in good health. And this idea I told you are in place. Everything is there and will be implemented and will be executed once the service will be launched. Here, in order to differentiate the basic card from Dahab card, we use the new idea to make life easy for us. That for pink is for ladies and greens is for gentlemen. And it's easy for you to differentiate then whenever there's a basic card and whenever there's a Dahab card, and if the male or female. So it's a new idea that it can differentiate the card from the basic. So the member will feel also more important that, no, I have another card and I don't have the other card. I have a premium card, and it's pink for ladies and green for gentlemen. Next slide, please, Aditi. Okay, now how is Dahab different from existing service in Abu Dhabi? Definitely, question will be asked by many of you, many of the people, many of the companies, many of the providers. Okay, there's a lot of TPA in Abu Dhabi that are working in Abu Dhabi for 15 years and more than 15 years. There's a giant TPA in Abu Dhabi, giant insurance company that are serving this product since the last couple of years or last 10 years, 15 years. We all know that. So that's why we put our effort not only to do the same like others are doing. Definitely, we will add new. That's why we come up with new idea, new feature, in order to differentiate us from others that are present in the market for a long time. As you can see here, our slogan, our first slogan is VIP member. Yes, VIP member. Why is that? Because we want not only to make the member feel extra special, but by making his journey smooth and everything is smooth. But we want him to be treated like loyalty. And really, we want the member to be treated like loyalty, not only to make his journey smooth, everything is fine, no hassle, no waiting time. All these are already, which should be done. This is the normal thing that we should do or we should give to our client when we are talking of premium service, but not only like this. We need him to be treated like royalty. That's why we added a lot of feature or new idea, new feature to this product or to the card that the client will hold it. One of the new idea that we put under or we add to the Dahab service, priority access at some providers network. A priority access means the member will be prioritized while using a specific facility. We make agreement with some facilities, with some hospital, that the client will be prioritized, will he will be treated as a VIP member. Already we contacted, or we have agreement. We made agreement with some provider in Abu Dhabi, and we are in the process of discussing with premium hospital in Abu Dhabi and facilities to add this feature as a service. And definitely the service will benefit, and definitely the provider who is under the service will benefit a lot from the service. Medicine delivery and sample collection. For the priority access, if anyone want to know more about this feature, please contact our network manager, Dr. Bibu. He will tell you about the feature, about the service, how you will benefit from the service, how it can be done, how you can liaise together in order for the service to be there. Second point, medicine delivery and sample collection. Medicine delivery for the VIP member. Medicine will be delivered home. We contacted, or we have agreement with some pharmacies, and sample collection also will be taken from home. Also, we made agreement with some hospital, with medical center and pharmacy, and we are in the process of adding more and more providers to this service. Second thing that you see here is a minimal prior approval protocol. I can assure you here that the protocol will be different than the basic protocol. It's a DAHAB. The detail of the protocol, approval protocol, will be shared or will be later. Now will be presented by our team. But I can tell you this protocol will allow the member to get his approval in GFI, and this should be the minimum that the VIP member should get. And definitely here we need your support as usual also, in order to make the journey smooth, to make this thing smooth without any hassle. And turnaround time will be 10 minutes for approval. So this is the minimum thing that we should give to our VIP member. I think this is a brief about what is the hub. All the detail will be shared later now by our team. But before I conclude, I want to add one thing. I believe with your support and our mutual effort, we will achieve the desired results. I assure you one more time that we will work together closely and transparently, and definitely together we will make this service succeed for our mutual benefits. Thank you. Dr. Excuse me, now I will introduce our network manager, Dr. Bibu, just to tell you about the network and the network that will be used under this DAHAB network, under the DAHAB services. Please, Dr. Bibu.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. Thank you, Mr. Ali and Mr. Andrew as well, to set the expectations right for DAHAB services. And good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing fine today. And thank you so much for joining in so huge numbers. I'm overwhelmed to see this participation. Thank you, each one of you, for joining in. And of course, we know each other through thick and thin times. We have crossed paths of each other's many a times. Most of you already have interacted at various levels with me. So I know you personally or professionally. Same, you also know me personally and professionally for different reasons, of course. Now, DAHAB is a dream venture of AFIA. As my colleagues have already correctly said, we have DAHAB launched in Dubai for so long, so many years now. And now is the moment of truth wherein we are launching DAHAB in Abu Dhabi. The expectations set by our management and by our partners are always the same. We are looking for best-in-class services for DAHAB in Abu Dhabi. To be precise, the other details we will give, we know that the technical aspect of attending a DAHAB member will be very important, crucial for a provider like you. We will go, without wasting time, we'll directly jump into the details. First and foremost thing is the network category. we all know exactly which network we have been serving, you and us, for Afia. Right now, we have APN network and essential network in the basic and basic enhanced product, which have been running successfully for the last 3 years. And we are doing quite well. Thank you so much for that. And with your support and mutual coherence between you and us, we have done fairly well. Now we are going to the next stage, which is Afia enhanced and comprehensive networks. When I say enhanced and comprehensive networks, which is standard and comprehensive network, the name says it all. We all have been serving, I mean, as a provider, you have been serving in standard and comprehensive, which is enhanced networks of other TPAs. So I don't have to clearly tell you what we mean or what we expect when we say this is an enhanced product. To be precise, under standard network of Afia, we have 2 subclassifications, which is APN Plus and Gold. And under comprehensive network of Afia, we have 2 subclassifications, which is Diamond and Elite. Going by the name, APN Plus, starting from APN Plus till Elite, we will launch the Dahab services in the coming months to come in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. So this is the first line of truth when a member of APN Plus network comes to you. They might, okay, let me give you a very brief details about what Dahab is and what network classification means to this product. Dahab is a service, it is not a product. Dahab services might be attached to any of these networks. For example, a member like you might have a APN Plus network category, a network card with Dahab services. That implies Dahab bouquet of services will be applicable for that member as well. Same goes for Gold, Diamond, and Elite networks. The pre-approval protocols, the claims processing cycle, the other tasks that we discuss as a provider and a payer will be definitely customized for these networks. But there are certain areas of identifying the Dahab members. Our main agenda as a TPA or our main agenda, our payer partners' main agenda is to give the best-in-class services. When we talk about best-in-class services, of course, the major thing that matters or impacts a member's experience is the waiting time. We will come back to those areas in later slides, but right now, what we want to deliver to you is the first line of identifying a member of Dahab is through their network category. The network might be APN Plus, Gold, Diamond, or Elite. It will not be APN or APN Essential networks. It will essentially be APN Plus to Elite network onwards. We will send you a clear provider manual because we do understand there has to be manuals and processes and protocols as a ready reckoner anytime while serving these members. We are preparing a provider manual which will be circulated to the total market very soon once the processes are standardized and approved by the regulatory authorities. And we will come back to you very soon with the details. Now, the next significant question that comes to your mind after the network classifications, of course, will be the pre-approval guidelines. Now, just to brief you about the pre-approval processes guidelines, I will cordially invite the HOD of pre-approval with Afia, Dr. Shahida, to come on and take this forward, take this presentation forward. Dr. Shahida.
Thank you, Dr. Bipu. And thank you everyone for joining this session and taking out your valuable time. So I'm Dr. Shahida and I take care of pre-approvals, including call center and customer service. So here, as Dr. Bipu rightly said, next to network classification, the first question which will come in your mind will be the pre-approval protocols. So let us understand the pre-approval protocols from the beginning of a member journey. So once the member visits your facility, either the member will be having a member ID, a member card, an e-card, or an Emirates ID, either of the three. So when you will use the Riaya portal to check the eligibility of this member, once you enter the member's Emirates ID or the card details, immediately on your screen, you will get a pop-up alert of Dahab. If you can see the screen right now, in the red, you can see Dahab. So this will be the first alert for you as a provider to identify that this member is a Dahab member. Now this Dahab will be similarly visible on our screen as well whenever you submit the request. So this will be the first checkpoint. Next to this, you will check the network of the member. Now, as we have said earlier that the DAHAB category will be only for a certain networks, APN Plus, Gold, Diamond, and Elite. So when you check the network of this member, that will be the second hint. Further to this, the pre-approval protocols are defined as per the network category of the member. Right now in Abu Dhabi, it is pre-approval protocols are monetary limit based. But for the DAHAB members, it's not going to be monetary limit based pre-approval protocols. The protocols will be service based. There will be a particular set of services which will require approval and others will not. The details of these services which require approval, we will be sharing with you in the provider manual shortly. So now once you see the network category and you know, okay, this is the set of services which require approval only. So here I would really humbly request you all that for the services which do not require approval, please do not submit it on the portal. Because even if you submit on the portal, it's just going to be a robotic response. It will be evaluated only at the claims level. So here, services which do not require approval, please don't submit them on pre-approval screen. Now for the services which require approval, what are you going to do the next step? So when you will submit those transactions to either Shafafia or Riaya portal, one point please, make sure you enter the member's correct mobile number. Because member's correct mobile number, if you enter, the member will receive a timely SMS for each and every level of transaction. When you submit the request, member will get an SMS. When we receive the request and we start processing, member will get an SMS. When we give our decision, member will get an SMS. So if you enter the correct mobile number of the member, this becomes easy for you, for us, as well as for the member. Now, once you submit the request after entering the correct mobile number, please make sure that you attach all the necessary documents which are required to evaluate this case in the first go itself. You all are aware that HAD has got a proper documentation guidelines. So please, if you have something to inform us based on the medical records, medical history, or whatever the reports, anything. So please attach it in the first go itself. So it saves our and your time in raising a query and then asking you to submit those documents. So now once you attach the documents and you submit to us, when we receive this transaction, even on our screen, it will be shown as the hub. So here, when we are promising a turnaround time of 10 minutes, it's not only for the members, even for providers, like you get a response on the transaction within 10 minutes. So when you submit the request, we receive it as the hub, we prioritize it, and we give you the response within 10 minutes. Now the response will either be completely approved, partially approved, or rejected. So in completely approved, you will proceed. For partially approved and rejected transactions, please see the denial code, which you all are very well aware of, that we have specific denial codes, AUTH 012, NCOV 003, MNSE 003, and 4. So once you see the denial code, just please tell your team to also look down into the comment section. Although a denial code has got its own brief definition, but we will be elaborating the requirements on the comment section itself. If a service is not to be covered as per the policy terms and conditions, the denial code will be very clear, NCOV 003. And we will put in the comment section that this service is not covered as per the policy. So then you can just inform the member. But if the denial code is seeking for additional documents or a justification for a medical necessity, we will put the denial code, and in the comment section, we will elaborate that what exactly we need from your end so that we can conclude the case. Now, during this time, once we give all this information and you want to resubmit, please do that with whatever the comment sections are. Now here, if you have any doubt or you're not able to understand any denial or not able to understand something related to the member's policy, or member is asking you to check something with us, please approach Afia on the call. Please call us proactively. Here, I would like to add one more point, that we are going to have a separate dedicated provider line. So in this case, there will be zero. Our aim is zero waiting time or a minimal waiting time for you, but our aim is zero waiting time. So once you have a dedicated provider line, you will directly call on that line. The number and the details of that line will also be shared with you shortly. So if you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to approach Afia on the call center. Now here we are talking about outpatient services, turnaround time of within 10 minutes. Pharmacy transactions, you are aware you will be submitting to the PBM portal. And if there is any rejection, you will get a comment and you will contact Afia for any kind of manual overriding. Then comes inpatient. So for inpatient, if it is a life-threatening emergency, you can proceed and notify the TPA within 24 hours. If it is an elective case, and you please submit the documents on the first go, the first response for an inpatient elective case, we will be giving you within 2 hours. That is our commitment towards the hub. For inpatient elective cases, less than 2 hours. Aditi, can we go to the next slide, please? Okay. Now let's come to the claims part. For the claims part, it is very clear. The claims will be evaluated based on policy terms and conditions, medical necessity, and hard UH guidelines. So it is going to be exactly that process which will be followed for the claims. So then how are we going to make it easy for you? So as mutual business partners, when we are expecting something from you as a support, of course, we have to make something easy for you as well. So here, I'm just putting in a nutshell, whatever I said, that how it's going to be easy for you from our side. Aditi, next slide, please. So yes, minimum pre-approval requirements. The service which requires pre-approval will be very limited based on the network category of the member. It's not going to be what is currently now. There will not be any monetary limit. It will be a service-based pre-approval protocols. Services which require approval, a turnaround time of less than 10 minutes. That's a commitment for outpatient services. Dedicated provider lines, 0 or less waiting time. Claim processing as per UH guidelines. Yes, dedicated point of contact for providers for any challenges and glitches. This again, our network team will be sharing with you shortly. We will be having definitely frequent training sessions because your feedback is really important for us and we really value it. Next to the training sessions, we'll be having a Q&A sessions for any kind of improvement. Your inputs, definitely, it's very important for us. Next slide, Aditi. Yes. So now, after this, what do we expect from you as our mutual business partners? So to answer this, I would again like to call my colleague, Dr. Bibu, to please take it further from here.
Thank you, Dr. Shahida. That was really an elaborative and detailed, details of pre-approval protocols and guidelines. And I'm sure many of our provider friends will be delighted to hear that, delighted to know the insights. Of course, we are launching this, services, DAHA services. So definitely from pre-approval protocols, from claims perspective, from other perspectives, operational perspective, we will be lenient and we will be considerative your issues and your day-to-day challenges. Having said that, when we have given so much, or when we have set the expectations right for what exactly are the hub services, or what are we expecting, there are certain set of expectations which we require from you as well, and which are very sensitive and required, I would say, top of the demand. First and foremost thing is the hassle-free member journey. Hassle-free member journey, when we say we denote to the time when the member comes into your facility and the time when he leaves or he or she leaves from your facility. So that the entire time that a member spends at your facility will be your moment of truth, which is required for a hassle-free member journey. Now, of course, these members, what we are talking about, having a DAHA services, will be demanding members. We have already served mutually together basic and essential networks, wherein we know the members are white-collared, but blue-collared, but these members will be white-collared members. They have their own set of doctor preferences. They have their own set of expectations from a provider like you, and of course from a payer. So we want your support to make the journey of the member completely hassle-free. There are very small things which matters a lot. Small things when we say body language, the way we communicate at the reception. That is why the GRE staffs and the insurance staffs training and orientation holds of paramount importance. Regular orientation of doctors, regular orientation of the front-end staffs by the insurance managers and the management level is required for Daha products. When we give completely manual provider manual for Daha product itself, we request all the staff and all the managerial body of providers to regularly orient the front-end staffs and the clinical and non-clinical staffs for hassle-free member journey. So basically, a smiling face talks a lot rather than a rude face, right? So when a smiling face is given to the member when he or she arrives at the facility, definitely that will pose or that will talk hundreds of words rather than giving just doing the formality. We need that kind of customization of services from our preferred providers like. The second important thing will be a good word of mouth. We do understand what a good word, word of mouth does for a brand image of a company. It might be a provider like you, it might be a payer like us, it might be a TPA. And currently we know how the market is turbulent. I'll be very realistic when we talk. The market is really has shown different colors, but at this time also spreading a good word of mouth for your good partners is very essential and crucial. When we are bringing a good service and a good product to you, when we are committed to give best-in-class services to our members through you, Daha members, we also require you to be our vocalists. When you talk to the members, okay, talk good about Afia. A good word of mouth also does a lot of impact on the members' mindset as well. When he or she holds an Afia or a particular insurance and the provider talks good about it, that talks million words again. Okay, so good word of mouth is another expectations from our preferred providers. The third thing which we will require is, as my colleague already told, there might be pre-approval rejections. Okay. So important aspect here to look into is what are the pre-approval limits for each of these networks. I know there will be questions in your minds regarding this. We are going to send you a provider manual wherein each network for Daha services, the pre-approval protocols and limits will be mentioned. Any services which are going beyond the pre-approval limit or which falls into the exclusion category or which the member TOB doesn't cover and the member is naggy. We know high network members or the white collar members will be demanding. They would require you to submit a request knowing that the services are not covered. We do understand that. In this kind of situations, a proactive call to Afia, as my colleague Dr. Shahida already told, we are launching a new separate line contact number for these members, wherein the moment you call these numbers, the tat of calling getting connected will be pretty less. So in this kind of situations, rather than keeping the member waiting at the facility or adding to the member's inconvenience, we want your support to proactively call Afia, get the desired outputs, whether the services are covered, not covered, approved, denied. When we talk, when we know that, okay, this is a Daha member and this is a priority VIP member, definitely we might take some deviations also. Our approval team and our team, which is sitting here, they are already in that mindset. So we need your support to proactively let us know exactly which member is waiting at you and which member is, irate members or a member who are demanding. In these kind of situations, please have a proactive call to Afia for queries and concerns. The fourth and the most important aspect for a provider is the clinical documentation. Whenever you are submitting a pre-approval request, we want you to make sure for Daha members, the clinical documentation submitted to Afia for a prior approval should be correct and accurate. We do understand there have been rejections. There have been, when there is a rejection, people will, the member has to wait because our pre-approval team is evaluating the case. But in order to avoid this kind of juncture, in order to avoid this kind of delays to the member, if as a responsible provider, your insurance staffs, your clinical staffs, if they understand what exactly is the required service or required documentations for getting the approval in place for this member, please do that. Please do that in the first go itself, rather than we asking you for it. It is, we would request your support in that to give us the clinical documentation at the first go. so that our team here will evaluate and give you the approval as early as possible. See, the idea here, all these requirements, all these expectations that we have, all this revolves around only one expectation. The members' journey and the members' services have to be the best in class. We know there might be other things also which you say, okay, we can do this to members, make your member feel special. Please do that. Please come ahead and let us know exactly what extra you can do to make this member feel special. We will come to that. When we have something, provider loyalty program, if you want to do something extra, what we have set the expectations right in place. If you want to do something extra to add additional feature or additional convenience to our Dahab service holders, please proceed and please come back to us. Please send personal emails to us. Please send communications to us through our emails. You have all my email IDs and my contact details with you. Do not hesitate to come back to me for any sort of additional feature. For example, I'll be specific in this point that I'd like to make here. If you want to give any cash discount for any Dahab service holders, for any excluded services, or for any cosmetic surgeries, or for dental services which are excluded, or for example, any other exclusions that you want to highlight your facility and give some cash discounts, most welcome. Please send us a separate email with the details of the costing parameters and the billing details. We will come back to you. You can send it to me personally or to network at afia.ae, and we assure that we will come back to you on that. Please, we need your coherent support in making Dahab a grand success. We have already started, just to be on the same side. We have already started on-ground activities, lot of on-ground activities in Abu Dhabi. We have put banners, stickers of Dahab across many of our preferred providers in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, and we will do so. And I myself is heading that, how the branding and promotion of Afia Dahab services will be proactive in all our providers, preferred providers. We welcome you to come to us or write to us if you want to highlight or you want to promote Dahab at your facility, so that it in turn helps you to attract more Dahab members and get more services. Okay, we want an innovative approach here. We are looking forward for an innovative approach here. We know one mind can think a bit, but 100 minds put together will think beyond limits. If you think something and bring to us, we will be more than happy to, as partners, we will be joining hands together and do more things if you suggest right, service customizations to us. So with that, we will come to an end of today's session. I think we have told exactly what are our expectations, what are the process layouts, what are the services to be followed, or what are the service standards to be followed, and all the details related to the hub. Technical aspects, particular details will be shared with you through a separate provider manual, additional to the existing provider manual which we have given to you. There will be very simple processes to attend to a Dahab member. The moment of truth will, how to identify a Dahab member will be very easy. There are 3 touch points. You can identify the member through their card sample. You can identify the member through their eligibility check. You can identify the member through their network classification. So there should not be any ambiguity going forward. All these details will be mentioned in the provider manual that we will give to you. So thank you once again to one and all for making making your time available for us. We will proceed to a Q&A session, which is very valiant, and our staffs here will answer the relevant questions one by one. I would request you to please raise your hand in the raise hand bar here, and we will come back to you one after another. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, and we will see each other very soon on the ground. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Bipu, and we will start the Q&A session. So please, whoever has got any questions, kindly raise your hand so we can take the questions one by one.
So I see Dr. Chitra has given a rightful suggestion. The pre-approval requirements should match the claim processing rules. Thank you, Dr. Chitra, for giving this valuable input. Definitely, there are certain processes which are being implemented with us. We do agree. This is a very valiant point, and we will include this point during our provider manual creation.
Yes. So there is one question that how this services of the hub will be different from the current services? Dr. Bibu?
Of course, the current services revolves around the network, basic networks of APIA, which is APN and Essential Network. I already informed you about, we all know what are the pre-approval limits, what are the pre-approval protocols for APIA basic network. But enhanced network will be customized. There might be certain exclusions, there might be health checkups which are covered. There might be, it depends on the TOB formulation basically, which are already under discussion with our payer partners. We will come back exactly. I think there is another question related to this as well by Mr. Najma Mohammed. We will come back to that. So basic existing pre-approval protocols will differ from the standard and enhanced protocols because there will be a higher level of limits. There will be more services which do not require pre-approval. The limits are more. It is service-based. It is not amount-based again. So definitely the guidelines will be shared across with you. If you have any doubt, I mean, after that, we will one-on-one discuss with you to sort that out. Thank you.
So we have one more question here from Charlie. That for the hub, do they have benefit for medical equipments? So I would take up this question, Charlie. It depends on the table of benefits of the member. If the table of benefits have that kind of benefit, it will be there. For such kind of questions, you can definitely approach to AFIA if you have any such requirement to serve any member. You can submit it on the portal or else call us and we will be glad to assist you based on the policy terms and conditions for that particular member. Okay, we have another question. Exclusions and benefits will be available in the portal. So here I will take up this question and I think Dr. Bibu can also add along with me to this. So when we're talking about pre-approval protocols, which we will be sharing with you all soon, we have made it into consideration that the exclusions, what are hard exclusions will be applicable for these members. Exclusions will be hard exclusions. We will again give you all those details once we share the same in the provider manual. So yes, exclusions will be there, which will be the hard exclusions.
I'll add to this question as well,
yes.
Dr. Thank you, Najla, for putting up this rightful question. As I said, it depends on the TOB. Again, exclusions always will be an exclusion because they are mandated by the regulator. But if there are certain customized TOBs, we'll come back to you. Or during our provider and payer discussion, we'll come to know exactly which all services are covered. If you face any excluded service, exclusions to be submitted for pre-approval for a member, please submit that to us. If the member is insisting to you that I know that this services is covered by my member, by my insurance company, please let us know. Maybe the TOP of the member has a special clause which covers that exclusion. Please let us know, discuss with us, then we will guide you properly and we can give the best services to the member. So we'll go to the next question.
Yes. So the next question is again from Charlie. Is it only for AFIA portal or PBM in taking approval for the pharmacy? So Charlie, here, you know that we have a pharmacy benefit system. So in that, whatever the ERX is there, you have to submit it on the PBM system. The system will automatically evaluate and adjudicate and give you a decision. In case of any rejection, you will have a code which specifies the rejection. And for that, you have to contact us. If it is eligible for a manual of overriding, we will manually override and give an approval. Okay. So we have one more question from Stanu Thomas. What's the process to add enhanced products in network list? Dr. Bibu?
Okay, the process to add enhanced product, is anybody, okay. So what is the process to add enhanced products in the network list? Mr. Stanu, thanks for asking a question, but I think we have missed one question from Ms. Nafia. Ms. Nafia will come back to you. Let me address to Mr. Stanu's question here. So the process for adding a network is pretty simple. For example, if you are already in our network of basic or standard and comprehensive, by default you can add or you can accept these members at your facility. If you want to particularly any product or any particular service you want to give to this member as an exclusions, as an exclusivity, please let us know through a separate communication. We will add and we will notify to the clients that, for example, so and so provider is giving so and so services to our members, which might be a part of exclusion. If you go there, you can avail a cash discount for these services, and you can send a separate communication to us for this kind of service addition. Please do that. I'll take care of it. Thank you, Stanu. Doctor, we think we missed Miss Nafia's question.
Yeah, I will take it. So here the question is how the process will be for referring cases. Dr. Vibhu?
Okay, for referring the cases, it depends whether it is a OP case, it is you are referring to a IP case. If it is a OP case, the referral protocol will be different. If it is an IP case, the referral protocol will be different. Basically, if it is, that is a very broad question that you have asked. What is a process of referring cases? In a very grounded manner, I'll answer you. The referral process is not changing here. For IP referral cases, still the same process and protocols which are being available right now will be followed, and for OP the same as well. But if in case we have any particular speciality, or we want a member to be referred, or the member wants himself or herself to be referred to a facility or to a doctor, we will together discuss, and we will talk, mutually handle this, because I don't think referral cases of OP will require any pre-approval, prior approval, for which you have to take a separate approval. But of course, IP, there will be prior approval mandates in place for referrals. So we will go to the next question.
Next question, yeah. Next question is from Mary. Benefits are available in portal itself for easy access instead of calling for confirmation. Dr. Vibhu.
Yes, you all are aware of provider portal of ARC, yeah? See, whenever you are doing an eligibility check of any DAHAB or non-DAHAB member, the benefits, which by benefits I am referring to the deductible and co-payments. So deductible and co-payments will be there in the eligibility page itself. You can see what are the eligibility of the member. But apart from that, we are talking about benefits which are not covered in the eligibility portal, because eligibility portal gives you the deductible, co-payment, the geographical location, the payer details, and all this coverage criteria, and the activity, activeness, and the network category of the member. It doesn't tell you which all are the special services. Only the TOB says. If there is any customization, only the TOB will say, which is practically impossible for a TOB, because TOB is a confidential thing. We cannot out that to the market. If the member is insisting, which all the members will not, if a member is insisting that this service or an excluded service to be covered, please check back with us. We will refer to the TOB and guide you accordingly.
Okay. So we will take the next question from Junre. For laboratory tests, the medical centers take the approval, or the referral lab will take the approval. Dr. Bibu?
Yes, as for the current process that we are following right now, for a laboratory test, the medical center are taking the pre-approval and sending the request to the laboratory. But there are certain laboratories wherein we have given the option and opportunity for the laboratory to take an approval. But for DAHAB, we will essentially depend on the medical center, because the doctor stays there. Okay, but we are yet to finalize on that processes, because both the ways there are certain positives and negatives. But the primary aspect right now will be the medical center will take the prior approval and send the member to the send the request to the laboratory. Right now, that is the process. If we change any process, we'll come back to you through a proper circular.
Okay. So then this is the last question we will be taking, as much as we would love to hear from all of you, but due to time constraints. So this is the last question. We will be sharing Google Forms with all of you. So please do come back to us on the same with all your queries and questions, and we will get back on the same. So the last question is from Najla. OP services as Abu Dhabi provider shall not require pre-approval regardless the amount, correct? Okay, Najla, I would just take this question. Pre-approval requirements for these DAHAB members will not be made based on the monetary amount, like X amount below that approval not required. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be service-based, means there will be set of services based on the network category of the member, which will require approval. Now, this details we will be sharing with you shortly through our provider manual. Okay, so we have lots of many questions, and definitely we will look into each and every question and we will get back to you along with the Google forms. Please fill those forms and do come back to us on any of your valuable inputs, feedback, and questions.
We would love to answer all of these questions,
Yes,
right?
yes, definitely.
Please submit your queries to us, rightful
Yes.
queries, because it is eventually you have to serve, and we will support you the best way possible. The Google form will be sent across to you. Please fill in your queries and give it back to us. We'll answer all your queries one by one.
So thank you, team. And while we are concluding, I would like to thank once again all the participants, as well as we want to assure all of you that the board of AFIA, the senior leadership team of AFIA, the operations team of AFIA, from the office boy till the top, everybody is very, very serious and keen on two areas. One of this DAHAB services, and second, our new venture in Abu Dhabi. We had our success stories in Dubai. Being a young company, we have done a lot in Dubai. I told you, three things are very important for us, which you have to remember about us. We are a young, dynamic, and very ambitious company. Our focus is on sustainable growth through innovation and creativity, and feedbacks. We are open to feedbacks. And we look forward for your support to our network team, to Dr. Bhibu, as we will be your brand ambassador as well for very high-end clients, which we are going to have very, very soon. So thank you once again. Over to you, Dr. Anna.
As a lovely audience is requesting us to watch the video again, as it wasn't audible earlier. We feel privileged to play it again for all of you. Aditi, can we have the video again, please?
When I first heard of the hub, I was like, wow, finally, it was about time.
I know that the hub will be very successful, very useful, very innovative, and very customer friendly.
DAHAB, which will truly shift mindsets from sick care to true health care.
DAHAB is for those who challenges time and money. On the premise that your wealth is in your health, consider DAHAB as a fast-track process in managing your wealth.
The Hub, beyond just a health card.
Amazing. Thank you everyone once again for sparing your precious time for Afia today. And we all are looking forward to having you all as a part of a spectacular journey to this majestic success and excellence. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, everyone.